Hello friends, welcome to yet another exciting lesson on JavaScript. So today we are going to be discussing DOM methods. But first of all, what's a DOM? A DOM or document object model is a cross-platform and language-independent interface that treats XML and HTML documents as a tree structure, wherein each node in an object represents a part of the document. So it represents the HTML document as a tree, like a tree diagram. You like if you take a look at organigrams of organizations, maybe you have the director, or let's say the CEO at the top. You have the directors, board of directors. You have the head of departments. As it is going down, that's how you are expanding to access the list till you reach at the list elements right below. So that's the same thing with JavaScript. And with JavaScript, you begin from the window. The window like is like the top. Then you have the documents. From there, you now have things like the forms, the list, the links, the whatsoever that. So that's in exactly the same way how it is. So basically, the function of the DOM is to define the logical structure of documents and the way the document is accessed and manipulated. So it just defines the logical structure and the way it is accessed and manipulated in form of a tree, right? So you get access to it via the parent. And one thing you should also take note of, we have been making use of several DOM methods, like the get element by ID, the get element by tag name. You have things like query selector. All these get element by and the query selectors, they are also known as DOM selectors. They are just selecting the elements in the DOM tree. They are just there to select. Then you implement other DOM methods to do whatever you want to do with it. You can also use DOM methods to change the background color, to that is to modify the CSS of the page. So you can change background color, change font size, change whatever you want to change. You can do it with the DOM methods. So a DOM methods enables you to access the skeleton. The skeleton is the HTML, right? So it accesses it and then modifies it the way you want to using JavaScript. So you are using JavaScript to modify whatsoever you have on your page, not necessarily going to edit the HTML code, though you can edit, but DOM methods actually make you to access them anytime you want and just modify them, either directly or after a given condition is fulfilled. So like I mentioned again, the dot inner HTML is used. That's the property that is being used to change the element content of HTML. So any HTML element content, for you to be able to change it, you need to, it's advisable to make use of the inner HTML property. So it's being used to change HTML content. So we are going to be looking at just in short, we are just going to look at how to get the element by ID. Maybe we look at query selector, then from there we look at how to change a background. Maybe we'll create a list and then change its background color to something. So what we do here is just train you on understanding the basic concept. There's a lot more. We can't teach everything on JavaScript in one video. Like JavaScript is too broad, so you have to go on your own. Depending, you can do a project wise studies. That means you take a project, start working on it. From there you are going to be doing more research, and then that's how you learn. That's like one of the fastest way to learn after you have gone through trainings like this. So from this you get the foundation for you to proceed with your web development course. So what we have just simply done here is that we have just changed the heading name, JavaScript DOM methods. Then we change the paragraph name. I think we should get rid of this. Okay, this is the paragraph. We shall be looking at JavaScript DOM methods. You see, we have removed the script tag to link in this external JavaScript to it. Then we have added a new paragraph with ID demo. So let's include a new script tag here. And if you notice, sometimes we include a script tag at the bottom. Do you know why? This is because We don't want a situation where when the page is loading, it has to load the JavaScript before loading the document itself. So most often you find the script file found at the bottom, because we want a scenario where the whole document will be loaded first before the JavaScript is loaded, so that you don't keep people browsing on your site waiting on your JavaScript to first of all load before your page content is loaded. So it's not really good that way. Let us go straight to what we are to discuss. So to access this ID, the element with this ID here, we need to make use of the document. Like I earlier mentioned, after the window on the DOM tree, you have the document before you have the others. You can go and search on Google to see the HTML DOM tree, or the DOM tree in HTML. In short, let us search on Google and see. Let us search on Google and see the DOM tree, so you can see for yourself. DOM tree. The DOM tree. Let's look at images. Where should we open? I think we should look at this one. Like you see here, right? Like I was explaining, you have the window. You have the window first, then you have the document. So to access some of these elements, you make use of the document. And in JavaScript, the reason why we don't use the window dot document dot is because when you don't put the window, it's already known that it's the window is, you are making use of the window automatically. So it's needless putting the window, whereas the system will recognize that it is from the window. So you have the document, you have anchor tags, you have forms, you have links. From there you have, let me say in the form, you have radio, you have select, you have reset buttons, checkboxes, text areas. Then from select you have options. You see, it's like a hierarchy. So it's just hierarchical. So that's how the DOM tree is. And for you to access this, you do a document dot. Maybe you gave this an ID, you gave this an ID, or gave this a class name, or you can access even by a tag name and other like. So I'm sure that is really clear. So let's go back to our code. So you do a document dot get element. So this is a DOM method now we are using. Get element by ID. And what element are we getting by ID? Like I earlier mentioned, this get element by ID, get element by class name, get element by tag name, query selectors, all those are known as DOM selectors, also known as DOM selectors. And of course, they are also DOM methods. So those are the most commonly used. We also have a document dot write. You also have a write. Sorry, a write, like write to the page directly. So we are getting element by ID. Which element are we getting by ID? We are getting the demo. And what do we need to do? We want to change its content, right? So we need to use a dot now HTML property for us to change its content. Dot inner HTML. What do we want to change it? Let's say we say hello world. I want to say hello world to that paragraph. Let's save that, and then you see how the page looks like, right? So we need to refresh in order to take the action. There you have it. Hello world. You see, it just appeared here. So to prove to you that this is what we are actually using, let's modify this text and say hello world, or let's say my name is JavaScript. My name is JavaScript. Let's save that. You see, let's refresh. There you have it. My name is JavaScript. So you see, right? So you use the get element by ID. This is a method used to actually obtain and to get this element, to access this element. And there are other methods too. You can even add to a list. You can, in short, there are so many things you can do. You do with DOM methods. But we are just, like I earlier mentioned, we are just setting the pace for you. We are just setting the foundation for you to make use of it. So let's try a document.write this page. Let's say this page has been captured. Let's see what it's going. Let's save that. Just guess what it will do. You have it. This page has been captured. It also prints. I was expecting it to like was supposed to override anyway. That's another method, document.write. It was supposed to cover the whole document. I think we should try the console here. More tools, developer tools. So it's on this document. We do a document. So you do a document dot. Let's do something here. Let's do dot get element by ID. Just pay attention to how this is going to play out. Just pay attention to this. Get element by ID. I think we should modify the. Let's undo this, and then let's get element by ID, and we modify this. Let's say my name is JavaScript. Let's save that, and then we reload the page. So let's get element by ID demo. Since our ID was demo, just watch, pay attention to this. You'll notice something. Okay, get element by ID. I think. Okay, you see. Pay attention to this, like I told you. You see how it has been highlighted, right? So you have actually accessed this element. See. So I've gotten the element by its ID. Like I told you that we can even modify, we can even change its background. You can do like demo dot style dot background equals to, let's say, yellow. You see, have you seen what has just happened? We have changed, since we have already selected the element by that ID. So no need for us to select again. We have already selected, so it has been selected. We now use the demo, that ID dot style dot background equal to yellow. So this is just very easy. Take a look at it very keen. You see that it's easy. It's just a matter of dot this to be accessing the elements. Like we have accessed the style of this. We have now gone as far as accessing its background, then changing its background color to yellow. You see what we can do with DOM methods and properties, right? So that's just it. That's just how it is. You can even do, let's even refresh the page. Actually you can do that also here, like document. Let's do it dot style dot background. You can just select it from here, equal to, let's say, green, or let's say, yeah, green. Let's save that and refresh. Oops, something went wrong. When we get element by ID dot style, I think we're supposed to do, okay, let's do a query selector instead. Like let's do a query selector, or let's do a document. Okay, let's do it this way rather. You see, so we go to the next line, we do a demo dot, since we have selected it already, dot style. You know, with CSS we deal with style, so style dot background equal to, green. Let's save that. Okay, there's something wrong. No, what is really going wrong? So start the background green. Wow. Okay, okay, okay. Do you know something? Let's try to input something here. This is a script. Oh yeah, just any random text. Oh, you see there? You see something has just happened. Let's use yellow. I think it was missing content, that's why I wasn't changing the background. So let's use yellow. Save that and then refresh. You see, this is a script. So we have actually changed the background from here. You see, right? So we have first of all accessed the element, this ID. We have now changed the background to yellow. So that's just it. That's just it. Like I earlier told you, there are lots and lots of methods. Lots and lots of methods. Like this is just one. The get element by ID. That's just one, and you can actually do a lot with the DOM methods. There are just some, like I earlier told you, we just do this. This is just like it setting a pace for you to pick up from here, and then uh from there you go and do more research and implement what you are learning from here in other aspects, and then just do more research, guys. Just do more research. Like I told you that you can actually add an element to a list. You can go and try to figure that out, right? Just figure that out. DOM methods, just search. You're going to find a lot of exciting things you can do with it. So that has been it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next lesson. Bye.